In a few moments, I will present the Graduate Award and the class of 2021. Before that, though, I would like to make some brief remarks to the graduates themselves. If you could remember back with me to that beautiful August day when you first came back to campus, the newly minted senior class, and we gathered under the white tent and talked about the year ahead. I do not need to provide a litany of the uncertainties that hung in the air or the anticipated disappointments that loomed as we talked about returning to campus in the midst of a pandemic. Amidst all of this non-trivial noise, though, there were two places of common ground. The first was a conviction shared by your parents and teachers with you. The sudden closing of campus had reaffirmed that the work of learning, while profoundly individual, is also profoundly communal. Continuing and completing your education required being together. The second conviction was a more immediate one. You were seniors, and you were going to welcome the 7th graders to a new school year and the 6th graders to their new school, no matter how much social distance or how many masks or gloves were required. It was beautiful to watch the final chapter of your Trinity education and your leadership as seniors play out over the course of the year. Having lived through the dispersion of our community of learners last spring, you returned to campus with gold that had been refined in the fire. Many of you have expressed a deeper appreciation for the role that serious dialogue plays in pursuing the truth and growing in understanding. Others have pointed to a newfound and deeper intentionality in fostering friendships. At the end of the year, when I asked the faculty what stands out in their minds about your presence in this school as seniors, the response echoed the same sentiments. You did not grumble too much about the disappointments and challenges of the year, but rather found ways to bring good out of them. You persevered in the work of completing this chapter of your education, and you brought joy to the school by your creative determination to celebrate our most beloved traditions. What strikes me about this is that you have, perhaps without realizing it, tasted what it means to respond to and live out a calling. By calling, I mean work that is done not only for your own good, but also for the common good. It is work that is deeply meaningful and an integrated part of your life, and through it, you extend good to others. A calling is both profoundly individual and profoundly communal. It is a response to an invitation from our Creator to participate with Him, using our gifts to care for His creation. It is a determined and persevering yes to a particular project through which we extend the good we have received from Him to one another, and an enduring yes to finding joy even when doing so, even when obstacles stand in the way. The ideas exchanged around seminar tables and over problem sets, the artwork that adorned our common walls year in and year out, the music that filled the auditorium, and the drama performances over the airwaves and in the rain garden are all evidence of your response to the call to pursue the truth and create beauty over the course of your education. Your welcoming of the 6th and 7th graders and leadership of our school's traditions despite the hurdles is a response to the invitation to extend the good you have experienced to others. In doing these things, you experience the joy and goodness of work that is done both for your own growth and to the benefit of your neighbor. Now you close this chapter of your education and take leave of those with whom you have done the work of learning. As you go forward, you are invited to discern what the Lord is calling you to do and the ways he is inviting you to allow the new work that you undertake to become a meaningful part of your life through which you extend good to those around you. I will leave you with a petition from a Book of Common Prayer. It is a petition that we do well to utter as we embark on each new day and each new chapter. Almighty God, you have so linked our lives one to another that all we do affects, for good or ill, all other lives. So guide us in the work we do, that we may do it not for self alone, but for the common good. May his Spirit guide and sustain you. Congratulations.